Please mute
Okay.
me and Jen.
Jazz.
Yeah.
Will
do. All right, good luck, guys. I'm going in the room. El Dorado, easy. Oh, Jen has to choose.
Oh, let me back out. Oh my goodness. There we go. I want to get to the bottom of the list.
Let's give them just a second here as they establish themselves in the room. I see them. I hear them. Let's go. All right.
Ready to roll. We are in the third match of the weekly for the second weekend.
All right.
Got some downtime between the CGA. So we thought we'd throw some matches out there for you guys to watch. We got Karma with me today, the owner of the Barracudas from the CGA. He played yesterday. We recorded his match. You got a hole-in-one on this one.
I did, yes. Always an aceable hole in my eyes. It's a good way to start it off. You see that? Almost here
very
from
close.
Jazz. Almost got it to go.
Thank you.
Great players in this round. Definitely excited to see how they can play these courses.
Ooh, very close.
Felix with a different kind of a strategy there. Went for an inside bank. Don't often see that.
I can't say we didn't take a go at it.
We got Fugo, the owner of the Mambas. They just played one of their matches, worst ball. Felix.
It was an epic match.
It was.
Match. A controversial match.
We loved it.
US Open is becoming quite a heater.
Mm-hmm. It's been pretty much unwatchable, though.
It's so tough.
You don't want to just dash your whole hopes of being successful at golf, watching those guys fail miserably. Something else. Shit, sorry, guys.
The US Open, yeah, it has been kind of chopping it up out there by the pros. Sometimes even the pros, they'll face a tough course. You see it. Speaking of tough holes, though, Jen, this is our first unicorn hole. You don't think we'll be getting this one?
I don't think we're ever going to see this. Never, ever.
You've
made it.
You're right. I mean, it took me about an hour or two to hit it in practice. Eventually it went in.
We'll have a look at this leaderboard and where it stands right now. Before we started this match, I took a screenshot. So we still have Lean and Toot in first position with 45 under. Outrider with 44 under in second. Indy, that's a match we did stream or record. He's got 43 under. And to make it into the top 10, you need a 40 under or better. And we just watched Tiger Woods play. He got a 41 under. And he is tied for 5th position with his Dunas and Big Jaw.
Are you sure that's Tiger Woods? They got a 40. Wow. I mean, that's surprising.
Tiger Woods got a 41. Yeah. He made some.
Great round.
Yeah. Owner of the Thundercats. He had some good hole-in-ones. He had a good couple of rounds.
Lean into it representing the Sharks, I believe, right?
That is right. He's co-captain with Nerd GBT. And Felix is a shark. You can see he's got his fin on. He's representing.
That's right. He is.
Awesome.
He is sporting the Sharks.
Yeah.
Lean into it with an incredible 27 under on this course. That's actually a top 3
Wild,
score
right?
overall.
Yeah. He had 3 hole-in-ones. And this was a hole-in-one that he did capture.
Yes, and you see this.
And
he actually
Fugo does
banked
the
that in.
same. Very nice.
A Trump hole-in-one. I just hit mine clean in. That was impressive. Good start for Fugo, 2-2-1. I like to see that. And you can go on a run here in El Dorado easy early on. You could link together a couple of aces. You'll see this is another one that could go. Jen, what are your observations after watching a couple of rounds on these two courses? What do you see in the trends?
You know, they're real solid all throughout El Dorado. They, get some really great hole-in-ones. But then the Ice Lair is having some crazy crazy things happen. The last
Every once
match
in a while
I
when it
was
hits right there,
in,
it'll take a little hop. And when it takes a
Gus's
hop, it'll go.
ball
Yeah.
Figure out
avoided
what makes it hop
the
and whatnot.
laser freezer and was right by the hole, but wouldn't
If it's
stop
hopping
moving.
a
And it
little.
reset itself 3 times.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was
This
on hole
bank is
13,
slightly angled,
but
Mhm.
so if it hops, I
it
think
was
traps
the
it.
hole where you have to hit the perfect
Yeah,
bank
that's the one
to
I've seen
get
slightly
before,
in.
yeah.
I'll show you when we get there.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
it did
Yeah, I'll
not.
be interested
It
to hear
didn't
I
take
think it's
strokes
just
away
probably
from
where it
him.
hits on the base.
So he had a chance to
There's
get
a
a
weird
hole.
course like
Yeah.
that. You know, sometimes it takes the stroke and sometimes it doesn't when the ball stalls. I really don't understand it.
Yeah. He got 3 retries, basically.
3 retries. Well,
Yeah.
oh man, who was gonna want to
Go out?
retry on that one? He's in the
Aw.
Yeah, he is
quarter.
out.
Waddle.
Hit it
Now,
just
Tiger
a
had
little
a
bit
great
too far to
round.
the left.
Round 1 and round 2, Tiger struggled on this hole, but he played everything else very well. I think this hole
Pushed it.
cost him podium.
Wow. Yeah, I saw Tiger Hoods. He's number 4 on the podium.
Mhm.
Well, just outside the podium, but very
Yeah.
impressive round by Hoods. Not
Yeah.
not surprised. I was joking earlier when I said I was surprised.
Good
I
shot.
thought you were talking about
Nice.
Tiger Weeds.
Good
That would
move.
be surprising. But Tiger
Yeah,
Hoods, I do
Tiger
expect to hold
Hoods.
up at the top of the leaderboard.
Bad. Yep.
See if Fua can correct that first tee
Oh,
shot. He did the
gosh.
exact same thing. He
They
gets
go
it
out
out on the
again?
inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Hit the edge.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it is a very interesting design for this hole, how on the hard course you actually have a wall there that protects it, but on the easy course there's no wall.
Oh, stay in. Very nice.
One of the trickier holes early on in this course, I was just running through some holes with a new player in the
Yeah, dude,
tournament,
hold again. Wow.
Stewie from Family Guy, I believe is his name.
Mm-hmm.
And we're practicing this hole. And it's tough to come up with a consistent shot on this hole. I mean, there's a couple different options. You can go left, you can go right, where Fugo's going, kind of do the hard version shot, but not without risk. I mean, it's a tough ace, and you see he got a little tripped up on this hole.
I think, honestly, in this kind of competition, I think I would just lay up at the top and go for.
And
Go
that
for
is
that,
a reasonable
eagle.
option. I mean, at worst, you're looking at a 3, and you could be getting a
Yeah.
2. I'm talking about tricky tee shots. This one is very
Ooh,
tricky.
great shot.
Well done by Jazzy. You don't usually see it go in, but just being down there for an easy tap.
The line I take is to the right of the dot, and that is exactly where Felix just went. There's a pretty prominent dot down there. You just give it enough to
it's
get
and
to the
he's
hole.
very confident with his stroke. You know, you don't want to crush the ball by any means, but you got to hit it up there. Got to give it enough to get up the hill.
Get up.
Creeps
There
it
we
in
go.
there. 3 excellent shots from these players. Not an easy shot to hit, so they made it look good.
Everybody is still
Happy's in
hanging
for
on to their
birdie.
coconuts.
They are, and we're all tied up, the 3 of these players at 6 under going into the 7th hole.
Yes, they are.
I got a little tripped up on this hole, Jen. I know you watched the match. I was a little surprised that I had trouble on this one.
I was too. You typically will hit this 9 out of 10 times. Great shot. Hole in one.
Yeah, Jazz goes over the top with that. I mean, that's a very good shot, a precise shot. But there's a couple different approaches you could take. Felix is going with the right bank, and
Very
gets
nice.
a Dorado in there. I go for the straight shot, the bank off the rock, but
Think
sometimes
Fugo's
it
going for
backfires
that?
quite literally. It looks like he's eyeing it.
Yep,
He's
he is
going
going
for
for
it,
it,
and he hit
and
it perfectly.
he nails it.
You know, I mean, that's the shot right there. And,
Beautiful.
banger bust shot, but incredible
Waste
aces
is
by
gonna
all 3
gap right
players.
there.
Like to see those different strategies.
Jazz is playing this super safe. He just kind of pushes it over there.
Mm-hmm. Smart play.
Now, I like to hit this a little bit firmer off the back wall. You see this from Felix. You know, it's a safe shot. I think it's the safest shot. That secondary bank, it really does limit the risk on that shot. Now, of course, the hole-in-one can be had. Saw that yesterday from HBK in my match. You got to be kind of risky with the pace. Fugo's going for it.
There
Fugo's
we
got the
go.
dunk.
Very close. Almost hopped right in.
Good
So
try.
that was a good shot from Fugo. He didn't get too risky with the pace, but almost dunked it. So kind of a consolation dunk if you would have
Yeah.
got it.
I feel like that's a relatively safe shot.
Yeah, I would do what Fugo did on that one. You give it enough, and you give it the chance to go. But great holes all around, and they stay tied at 9 going into 9.
Sure do. Now the two other unicorn holes are going to be 14 and 18. Everything else has been aced. Great shot, TJ.
And you know, 14 and 18 are both
You didn't
gettable
want that
holes.
first
I was
swing anyway,
surprised to
Jazz.
see
That
that they
second
had
swing
not
was
been
much
aced.
better.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're
especially,
right.
especially
It's a good
18. I feel like
shot. It's a lot
18
of
is very gettable. Nobody goes for it, but
Sometimes
it is
not hitting the
gettable.
ball. It's annoying.
Get in. There we go.
Great shots, guys.
And I know we were talking about the hot topic on this hole, Jen, that sometimes that ball does not go in the hole.
Yeah, I didn't know that until yesterday. Makes you a little nervous.
It does.
Oh,
Fugo's going to be up there, hopefully, for it too.
it's not too bad, Albatross. Take that all day.
Well, we'll see.
We hope.
All right, he's
There you
good.
I had one go out of the tube, out, back.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
it'll
heard
do that
Felix
like
say
1
that.
out of every 100 or so. It's just mean.
Oh, he says 100. No.
100.
Not-
Well, we
not-
saw it yesterday, so I guess we're not due for a while.
Oh no.
Oh, this ball's going to be a little bit soft. That's not good.
He will
It'll
be on the
funnel
lower
down to the bottom
platform.
half. Not optimal, though. Tough spot to recover
Yeah.
from. Although he may have a bank shot from there.
Love to see him make it.
He looks a little bit more firm on this. That's all you need, just to get it over
Good
the hump.
pace. Come
Hopefully,
on,
he gets a
baby.
nice curl around the tail.
I haven't seen this one go in forever, dude.
Same.
Yeah, it doesn't go in very often, but it can go in through the gator's mouth or through the right way. But nobody goes right usually on the easy course. It's too risky.
Now let's talk about the next hole. The next hole is considered the most difficult and risky shot. Very nice. On this course. Now, what are you doing, Karma, in this tournament if you're wanting to be very safe? Are you still going to go for it?
It's a great question, Jen. I think it's a hole where if you have a strategy where you can play it safe and guarantee a 3, I'd probably take that approach no matter
Yeah.
what. But for most players, including myself, I feel like our go-to shot is that go for it shot. It's
Yeah.
the same exact shot that you're hitting on the hard course. And if you confidently hit it, you know, sometimes you get screwed. Sometimes the ball gets stuck up top. Sometimes it goes into the water. I think you got to stick to your guns, and if that's your shot, you got to stick to that shot. You see Felix lying up right
I'd
here.
love to see people go safe here, but this is going to be okay. No,
And
this
that
is
was an
why.
unfortunate
Yeah.
bounce.
Or
That is
well,
the perfect
Like, I would
example,
go
Jen, as to why
safe.
maybe not go for that. But Felix is, sorry.
Fugo's going
is
safe. I love it. I
safe.
love it. Let's see what route he takes. Is he going off that rock there? He is. Such
And
a
that's
smart
a great
shot.
by Fugo.
Yeah.
I will say, though, that safe shot that he hit, not the easiest shot in the world. He hit it perfectly, but
He did.
you
know, and he'll be fighting for an eagle. Worst case, birdie.
yeah, it's also you don't know where you're going to end up necessarily
Yeah.
once you're down there. But you can't argue this. I mean, this in a stroke play format, this is probably the right move. I didn't take that route. Felix
Yeah.
didn't take that route.
Well, I watched.
It wasn't-
Oh, here
That's
we
like, I mean,
go.
look at this. Felix is going to be in for
And
an easy
this
3.
is
And that's why you
why-
stick to your guns.
That's right. I just recorded a match where, you know, 2 of the players ended up with par. You know, it took them 5 to get in, and going safe could have saved him a stroke or 2.
And that's the problem with the layup. I mean, that's a tough shot to get that ball in there and not obstructed by a rock. I think Fugo's gonna
He
be
does
close.
not have a line. If he does, it
And
is.
where Jazz is at, what is this ball even going to do?
Yeah,
Kind of a strange place to be.
yeah.
They both got bank potential. I would not go straight for this. I'd probably look into bank shots if I'm Fugo. Possibly a straight up the middle bank. He's looking at that.
Hmm.
I'd probably go with the bank he's looking at now, the left bank.
He's gonna go left.
soft kiss off that rock.
Get in.
Oh,
Ooh, tough one. I mean, you
it
couldn't
may
hit
have
that
not
any
been
lighter.
there.
That's all he could
Not
do.
much margin for error there.
No. Maybe you have to hit it
Jazz
off
has
the
a little
very
bit
tip.
of a better angle, so this should give it. Well, he hit it a little
Oh.
too hard. Yeah, tough hole. They'll take their birdie and move on.
Yeah.
Not the worst outcome.
No. Now, this is the second most difficult hole on this course.
Yeah, this is the shot that Felix just did. Is I think if you could learn that shot, probably the safest approach. As you know, Jen, I don't know that shot as well. I go for the platform jumps, which you're probably not going to see here. Only a crazy person would do that.
I think the platform is a smart way to go. I mean, that's how it's designed, but it's that pace that is so difficult to hit. You have to hit it a lot softer than you think. It seems to pick up speed as it rockets off
That's
those
absolutely right.
stones.
Oh, actually, Jazz goes for the platforms,
And he
and I
misses
love
the
that
last
shot. It's
one.
one of the most
Yeah.
beautiful shots in the game. If you can
It's
get
so fun.
all three platforms, it's so cool.
Yep.
Now, I do want to shout out to Dudeness and that shot that he was showing us. I think you were talking about it yesterday, and Indy was
Yeah.
talking about it, where you hit a line drive off that rock and it bounces up there, rolls off the hill. It's a potential ace shot, and I think it's pretty safe. So that's a shot I might actually look into as a long-term shot on this hole.
Yeah.
Oh, Jazz pulled that. Good scores though going into 13. We got Fugo is at 16 under, L7 Jazz at 15 under, and Felix Tortilla leading the pack at minus 18.
Awesome.
Ah, shoot.
Trying to play safe. That's what I take.
He has no line.
No line, but he has options. He can get himself out of there. A very safe
Wait.
shot for Fugo. As long as he doesn't get pinned up in that corner, that's going to be interesting. Does he have a clear look there?
He is wide open.
A nice firm shot from Jazz. That'll bounce out. Perfect. Felix. Let's evaluate this line. He actually may have it.
He'd have to hit the tip of that rock over there.
Now, he could try to replicate the hole-in-one shot off the tee, but that might be too risky, too. He might just bite the bullet, take the 3 at this point.
Oh, looks like he's going to replicate.
Yeah, he's going for actually a different kind of bank shot. Just a firm bank off the
Going for a
left.
double. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's a good attempt.
Oh.
And it wasn't too risky, so that was a good approach. Nice focus from Fugo. Put that one in there. Jazz will pick up the birdie after that. 3 on the last hole, and it's going to move us on to 14. A hole that has not been aced in the weekly tournament.
This is
surprisingly.
Unicorn. Available for Unicorn.
You know, it's such an awkward pace on this shot. If you hit it hard enough to go in the hole, it will often just hop
Down
over,
a little too
which is
much.
the way I think that it would go in, is it would hop over that last triangle. But you don't often see players get too risky since it's an easy course and it's the first course in the round.
Yep. I've seen
I
all
did almost hit it
players.
earlier, though.
Oh, wow. All players seem to be banking. No one is taking that line drive down the center and avoiding all those little.
Well, I don't
triangles.
see the payout on that shot. Like,
Yeah.
it's a tough shot, and if you get it, you're leaving yourself a similar putt to what these players have, a little bit closer.
I think it's just more showy, more for fun. Great putt
It's
from
whatever
Fugo.
works, whatever you have to do to get a 2 on this hole has got to be your goal. Because as we kept saying, the ace hasn't happened yet.
Should drop.
And all these players are looking pretty good so far.
Nice
Pro
one.
putts there. A lot of good birdies.
Hopefully we see some hole-in-ones from these guys.
And you hit one yesterday, Jen. It was a beautiful shot. You got to get smooth with the key to this hole.
There's something about this hole I'm able to do. I don't really even know how it works. I just swing and spray and pray. Goes in.
I don't think anyone really knows. People pretend to know, but there's no exact science to this shot.
Yeah, there's just some holes you get lucky with, and this is the one.
I mean, I'm sure that's a reproducible shot. This looks pretty good from
There it
Felix.
is.
Oh,
Um,
close.
but I think it's so pace dependent, and that hill being slanted,
Go
there's a
ahead,
lot of
Felix.
different possible
thanks.
outcomes.
My ball is positioned right now. When I look down on it, it looks like there's a person screaming at me with glasses on. It's very cool.
That's
You're seeing
new.
Fugo's having
pretty good.
visions out here on the
Yeah, it's
15th
been a
hole.
long
Yeah.
week, guys.
I hear ya.
It has been a long week. But it's Sunday at the U.S. Open and the CGA. Big match on Tuesday. in the
Oh, it
CGA.
is.
Looking forward to that.
You got your team going in. Tell us about who you have for your
Ooh.
roster for that game.
So I'm starting everyone except myself. I'm starting my 3 best players, which would be Indy, the best player in the CGA, in my
in the
opinion.
world. Oh,
We also have JTVC and Juice World starting that match. So
strong.
very confident in my starting lineup.
Very
I was
intimidating
talking
lineup.
to Bad Wolf earlier. I don't want to break her lineup on air, unless she wants to do so. She did, tell me who she planned on starting. I don't
No,
know.
you
if she
can
was
say,
being
yeah, because
truthful or
I think if I do a recap, we're going to talk about it.
not. Okay. Well, I do think she was being truthful. I don't think Bad Wolf would ever not be truthful with that
Right.
sort of thing. But I think so. She told me that she is starting herself,
Oh, nice.
and she is starting Tiger Weeds, and she is starting.
She's
who
got
else
Biz
is
and
on
Corn
there?
Dog.
Corn Dog.
Corn Dog. Okay.
Biz will be sitting this one out.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, it should be a great matchup. I mean, it's going to be an entertaining matchup, I'm sure. Any match that the great Tiger Weeds is in is always entertaining.
Yeah, we're
always.
always. He's always fun to watch. He's got a lot of energy. We like it.
He does. He's got some swag, that guy.
Yeah.
I like to bust his chops, but one of my favorite players to play with, and he knows that.
Mm-hmm. We need that energy for the CGA.
Absolutely.
Great shot from Hugo.
Yeah, that was kind of an in-between shot from Fugo. He hit the ace line, but he kind of didn't hit it hard enough to go in. It ended up in a great spot, so it paid off. And this shot can backfire. It happened to me yesterday. Put you in a bad spot. An easy 2 could easily turn into a 4 on this hole if you don't play it right. See, some players just lay it up for a long second putt.
Yep. Oh no.
You see that from Felix. He can go south quickly. At least he's still in the tee box. Nice shot from Fugo. Although maybe I take back my statement. I don't know if the tee box is where you want to be on this hole. You'd probably rather be anywhere else. He hit a pretty good shot there. Just a little bit too soft off the edge. Good correction.
Great shot. That almost
Almost
went in.
gets it to go.
Yeah.
Close.
So all these players still in contention. 21 under for Fugo, 20 under for Felix, and 19 under for Jazz going into the final hole of this run 18.
This one is a unicorn.
It is, and I don't think any player is going to get it because they're all laying it up. But if you were to go for that rock on the right,
Yeah.
that will get you some pop, and I think it could go in. I tried it out in practice just a couple times, and I came pretty close. So I'd be shocked if this, wasn't aced eventually. I think it's a very aceable hole. You could also hit it the way that you go, Jen. The way that you
Yeah.
usually go on this hole.
Yeah, the way that I go. So I can... Yeah, I like to go right at this rock. It hits this tree and goes over and has a chance.
Yeah, exactly. It's got a chance to go. So it is an aceable hole. Nice pop from this shot on Fugo. He'll be happy with that outcome.
I've seen all players that we've recorded this weekend be successful with this layup, so...
It's the key to it is hitting it off the right side of that rock. The left, obviously you don't want to hit the crack. You got to hit that right side
Great
of that
shot,
base.
that's in. There we go.
Oh, Jazzy laying
Get
me a
an
nice
albatross.
albatross on that final.
That is nice.
Incredible. He's going to put in a 22 into the scorecard. See if Felix can match
Excellent.
that shot. He's
22
certainly going
is
to try.
awesome.
Ooh, fires this at the corner. but he'll escape this hole with an eagle.
Felix
Good
also with
scores
a
from all
22.
these players.
Well, we'll go with the
Fugo's gonna
23.
check in at minus 23. Very
Yeah.
good score. All these
Be
players
happy
are
about
pacing at
that.
a great rate right now.
Clean
Yeah.
round, gentlemen. Clean.
Yep, good
We
playing.
got a couple.
Good playing, guys.
We got
Yeah,
a couple
Fugo had an
clean photos.
unfortunate OBs on
Let me know
5.
when you guys are
He
good.
could have
Take your time.
scooped up some more points there.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm not in any
Usually
hurry
gets
to
the
get to the
25 in
ice.
this kind
It's
of
so
round,
warm and
but-
comfortable out here. It's wonderful.
Yeah, we're going from the tropics into the ice storm.
Everybody got what they need? Or...
Ready to
Yep,
roll.
everybody
Yep.
picked you. Yep, thank you.
All right.
Pick up these scores on the scoreboard and set it up for Ice Lair.
All right. Whether we like it or not. Yeah. It's going to be a cold, dark evening.
It
Yes.
is.
Winter is coming.
We know
It
we'll
is.
be frozen.
It is.
Okay, let me get.
Winter never left.
It's. In all honesty, I look forward to this course because there's always chaos. And
Good luck, everybody.
every match has
Yep, good
been
luck, guys.
full of it.
It's a tough course. I think the word for this one is you got to stay composed on this
Yeah.
one. You can't get angry if some putts don't drop. Fugu actually had some great advice for me. I
Mhm.
believe he said it the other day. It's any putt that's above 3 feet on this course as an ice cube, you just got to be okay missing it. Like if you're greater than 3 feet
Okay.
from the hole and you're an ice cube and you miss it, just don't get angry. Just move on.
That's
Because
good
it's
advice.
such as unpredictable. Yeah, and just memorizing all the breaks on these
Get in.
ice
Ooh.
screens. It's very hard to
Nice
remember
trophy.
all the breaks and all
Thank
the
you.
spots.
I know when I have a lengthy putt on this course, my brain is scrambling, not knowing the pace. I do not know what kind of pace to hit with these ice cubes.
Yeah, and the
Oh.
pace that you see right there from Jazz, the pace is a whole
Yeah.
different discussion on this course. For anyone playing in a tournament on Ice Lair, you really do have to get at least one
Brutal.
practice round just to get that pace down.
Par 2
And this
here.
is a part 2. A part 2 parte.
That's right. Not too much of a party. Not getting any points.
No, I haven't seen it aced. I know it has been aced, but I haven't seen it yet in this weekly. I'm sure it probably has been.
Ooh, on the green.
Ooh.
Need to take some extra time.
Yeah, he took an extra second, even on a short putt
Mhm.
like that. You can't take him for granted on Ice Lair. A nice slide
Nice
off that
recovery,
bounce from
Felix.
Felix. Good read on that.
Thanks.
And this
Hmm.
course has only been played 2 times. This is the 3rd time, so it is not eligible for any unicorns. But if there were, it would be hole 8, 16, and 18.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised when I saw that hole
Sorry,
8
guys.
and hole 18 hadn't been aced. I actually almost aced 18 yesterday in our round.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
close.
With a little more time, sure we'll see him.
Yeah. Now Fugo's going for the traditional shot here. He's not going for the shot he showed me. Perhaps
A little more
he
pace.
thinks it's the safer
Would've got that one.
approach for stroke play, but he showed me the shot that Dunas showed him, in which you will hit it off, bank off the left wall. It banks off the right wall, banks off the back corner, and goes back towards the hole. And it actually is a great shot if you can
Oh.
get the perfect dot that you hit it over. But it's not advisable for this kind of format, in my opinion, because it could literally backfire and a very tough second spot.
And we've seen yesterday you don't want to get stalled out on the ice.
No, you don't. Indy lost a stroke on the ice, and sometimes it gives you back a stroke, but it didn't in his case. He actually lost that stroke, but in typical Indy fashion, being the best player in the CGA, what did he do in his next shot, Jen?
He hit it. Nailed it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep, that's Barracuda.
it is.
The Felix and Fugo.
R2.
Very good putts. Jazz. They're all playing this course quite
L7's doing
nicely so far.
amazing.
Yeah.
I should probably call it
Yeah,
Jazz,
looks like
not L7. Sounds like a robot.
L7.
Model L7 is performing quite well.
He's lining up for the quad bank here.
It glitched when I hit it. Heck on it, man.
Is he frozen? Did he get frozen?
He is frozen. He
Watered all
caught
the
a
way
piece
through
of
the
that,
wall.
that
Oh,
ice laser.
no.
And yeah, I gotta take his word for this. I was getting so choppy yesterday in my round. Ice Lair is such a glitchy course.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot there from
Great
Felix. Almost got it,
And
so.
for the CGA, we're playing all courses except for Upside Down, and glitches are in play. Whatever the game does to you is what you gotta take.
Oh, and he's gonna be frozen as well. Not to mention, Jen, the new courses are also in play. Whenever that new
Yeah.
course may be.
And we have already a sneak peek at one. We've got
Hard
that
right.
that player standing in front of a helicopter. Looks like a snowy, mountainous background.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be immediately in play. So
That's really cool.
checking
I
the
had a little bit of
scores.
trouble on this hole, but still nothing too bad. And this is a hole which can be aced. I've seen it aced two different ways. You see the straight up approach here.
Oh.
No.
Could have got
Oh, nice.
tough shot from the corner for Jazz. Never like to be buried like that.
Ooh,
Ooh, that ball kind of slivered towards the
it
top.
did. Kind of walked
Look at
over
him,
there.
Mamba. Great shot for Fugo. Stayed focused on that and drilled it. Jazz, the same. Felix will pick up a par on this hole. He'll be alright. Felix and Fugo at 2, and Jazz at -1.
I love this hole. I like the holes you
Yeah,
can
I
just
think-
smash balls into the side of the walls. I love
That's right, and it's that's a great shot from Fugo.
Nice.
It's such a hard pace, but you don't have to like swing out of your head. You just have to swing hard, right? Just be
Mhm.
committed to that hard shot, and you'll get it there.
it. It's like an 8-banker.
Nope.
Yeah, you got a
That'll
little bit
work.
too far right on that.
7.
Left them in a pretty good spot. How many banks is it? Let's see.
It's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5.
Get in,
6,
get
7.
in.
5
Close.
in. Maybe 6. I
Nice
don't know.
try.
It's a lot of banks. It's a numerous banker.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
Should be a reasonable line for Jazz. Avoid that.
Great.
Yep, perfect. And Jazz is a great putter, and you see it there.
Yeah.
Very nice putt there for Eagle. Looks like he may have gotten the right Dorado on that, or maybe just a bit too light.
Hard enough, but
That's
pretty
what it was. He hit the
slow.
right
Just down
spot,
there.
just didn't hit the right pace. Those little ice Doritos do look delicious, though.
They
They're
do,
called
right?
Ice chips. That's a little too soft, too. Even if it gets there, it probably won't make it to the
afraid
hole.
of hitting it too hard.
Ball gains a little bit of speed on that ice, but not enough for that to go. Felix goes to the double bank. We've been seeing a lot of this lately.
Interesting.
This looks pretty good. He's gonna have
Kick
the
off.
chance, but not quite.
No, no.
Close. So somewhat surprisingly, no aces yet on Ice Lair from these players, but they're all playing the course very well. Conservative, but no aces.
This one will trip you up.
And this is another hole that has not been aced yet.
That's
Number
right.
8. I was a little surprised to hear that.
Oh, I didn't hit it.
Oh. Okay.
I just didn't hit it. Fuck.
And this hole could go south really quickly. It happened to me yesterday. Jen, you saw I hit the point. I always seem
Yeah.
to hit that damn point.
The,
Don't
the
know
most
how
pro
or
shot
why.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Felix.
Felix is kind of left in a tough spot, but he could recover from there. He was in a similar spot on the other side. He didn't get too crazy with that.
Yeah,
He
nice.
left himself in reasonable territory. And Jazz is gonna. This ball's gonna move a little bit right to left.
Excellent.
Oh no, perfectly straight.
That was
Nice.
beautiful.
Hmm. This ball will hop off the grass, so he's got to be careful. And he was
Yeah, very
cautious with
nice.
that. Fugo was watching Jazz's putt, so there's no break on this.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
Perfect
straight
straight.
on.
Felix nails it.
Excellent pace.
Good clean up there from Felix and Fugo. They'll escape with their pars. I believe they still have their coconuts intact.
Oh, most.
Oh, Jazz is going for it. I went for it on my first shot yesterday, and it backfired. It went out of bounds. So then on my second shot, I laid it up. But I think Fugo is going to be. Oh, he just did. He laid it up. Felix is
getting it.
going for it. See if you could roll that dice in there. He does.
Nice.
There's a flick of the wrist. Escapes with the birdie.
Okay.
This is one of the tougher putts on this course, but Fugo could hit this.
Pushed it.
How do you navigate that ice?
Oh.
What is does it turn on the ice at all?
It depends where you are because, depending on that point, which edge of the point you're at, it can move left or right. It doesn't move much, but it also picks up a little bit of speed.
Excellent,
Nice.
excellent.
Should have done what you guys did. Just chip it in, you know?
Yeah, they both
And
did.
that's actually the benefit
Nice
of
little
that
hop.
shot. I mean, the drawback is it could fly out of bounds, but when you're
Yeah.
that close to the cup, even as a cube, sometimes you can get it to go for that birdie. Jazz looks like he's going for the ace.
We saw Indy hit
Fine.
this.
Oh no, he went right.
Oh,
Yeah, Indy has, definitely got kahunas going for that shot yesterday, and he hit it. Looks like nothing less. I laid it up because I think, as most people, even though they kind of messed the layup up, most people would say that the risk of going for it is not worth the reward. And you see Fugo just laying up a perfect layup
You guys
there.
are plumb crazy.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree with you, Fugo. I mean, unless you're Indy, you probably shouldn't be going for that shot, in my Barracuda opinion.
get
Watch
over
your
it.
shot.
Yes, there we go.
Nice.
That is not easy to do.
Had to be miles with so.
No, that was like a 50-yard bomb.
Maybe
It wasn't for a touchdown, but he got it down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah. Get
Oh,
in.
look at this.
Oh,
Fumbles around the hole as well.
I was right at it, Felix. Come on in.
Gets his eagle.
very
Fugo's
nice.
still rolling through this course. -7 for Jazz and Fugo. And Felix also. They're all at 7. Going to 11.
And to the submarine.
We all live in the frozen submarine.
Sit.
Frozen
Oh,
submarine.
stay. No.
Frozen submarine.
That is not what you want to see. Felt his pain.
Yeah, and you see a great shot from Jazz. I was, as I said, trying to help one of the newer players learn the course earlier, and I told him on this hole, doing what you see there from Jazz is probably the best approach. Wow. I mean, Felix just
Ooh,
nails a
there we
freaking
go.
ace, but I mean, we're talking about
Thank you.
Felix
Awesome.
Tortilla, crispiest
Yeah.
player out there.
That's right.
But yeah, I think in most cases, if you're a beginner on this hole, I'd probably do what Jazz did and just leave yourself a safe shot.
Get in.
Wow.
Oh.
Ooh, kind of pulls that putt a little bit. Incredible ace from Felix. He'll separate himself a little bit from the crew in this round. He's going to bring him to 9 under. He's going for the double.
Oh, he's
bank,
going for
looks like.
he's going for the
Oh, he's going for the
hole-in-one.
Indy shot.
He's going for the Indy
Oh.
shot.
Well, Indy hit it a little differently. I mean,
Yeah.
that shot from Indy
Nasty.
yesterday. I mean, how cool is that?
Spicy.
It was. I mean, it was just a wild shot. It actually went up the side of that. I don't even know where it went after that, but it was, yeah. Need to study it. Need to practice it.
He definitely knew where it was going to go before he hit it. This is great.
Can
pace
that
from
drop?
Fugo. It could
Yeah, it
drop.
could.
He hit it just a tiny bit too hard. That was a great effort.
Get over, get over.
Oh,
He didn't make it over.
And clearly, I'm a biased commentator, but I would say that shot from Indy was probably the best shot I've ever seen on this hole.
It was beautiful. It was wild. It banked a million times and went in. It was,
Yeah,
and it was a new
did.
shot we'd never seen.
A new
Loved
shot I had not seen before.
Yeah.
I'd love to see those.
it. Yeah. It's dazzling us out there.
Yep. No, I
And
don't
he
know
even
that you'll be
said-
seeing any of those kinds of shots in the worst
a
ball
nice-
match. He even said that he won't be playing it that risky in that match.
Ah. Well. Hmm? Oh.
See most players going with this right bank approach. I know Dudeness has taught Fugo pretty much every shot he knows on this course. This is also the way Dudeness goes.
This is where Gus
that's
got
why he does
screwed
it.
over. Wow.
Shout out to his
there
Mamba.
we go.
Great shot.
Fugo drops
Yeah.
that beautiful hole in one.
So
Incredible.
Gus
Where is he?
shot
Shout
this
out.
in. He hit the bank like 3 or 4 times, and it's it ended up by the hole, and then it wouldn't stop moving, and it kept resetting itself. And he literally
so
hit
this
the
is the
bank
hole.
shot. Yeah, he hit the bank inside to get a look at the hole, like 3 or 4 times in a row. So he definitely knows this hole. Oh,
What the?
Tough luck for Felix on that shot. Chas is just going to try to get the frosted, and that's a tough spot. Although Felix could putt it from up here on the top shelf, it doesn't really hinder the shot at all. Kind of actually gives him a
No.
little bit of extra velocity going towards the hole.
mm-hmm. Wouldn't be surprised if he bounced that right in.
Yeah.
Oh,
he almost
close.
did.
No.
Oh
No.
no, unfortunate roll. Much like Felix on hole 11, Fugo's going to pick up a bunch of strokes on this hole. So
Burners
he'll be at
remind me of the
Yeah.
Comedy Central logo.
Felix will be at 10 under, and Jazz is at 7 under. Now, I know Fugo goes for this double bank. He's smooth with this shot. I've seen him hit it, and he almost hits it there.
Good shot.
Saw a hole-in-one on here in the last game. I can't remember if it was Gus or Mal, but one of them hit the hole-in-one here.
Which way did they go? Did they go?
They
the
just
way
went the
Felix
way.
is going?
Mm-hmm. They went the way
Yeah, that's
Fugo
the way
went.
I go.
I can't.
No, they
Oh,
went
that was the way
Fugo's.
Fugo went.
Yeah.
So you see it aced more often the way Fugo went. I think the way that I
Okay.
go and Felix just went may be a safer shot because a miss isn't usually as tragic as
Ooh.
like that you see from Jazz. You're in a
Yeah.
tough spot down there now. Oh,
Ooh,
got it
that
to
was
go.
a little spicy.
It was a little spicy, but it's all the same on the scorecard. A great 2 for Fugo. Brings
Yes,
him to
it
12
was.
under.
That's what I'm saying. That
Felix
pace
can
gets
get
in your
this
head.
going.
It's just, you're not too
This
sure.
ball's going to move a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, you got
Awesome.
to narrowly get in the left side. That one right to left.
You're right. You're right where you're supposed to hit it. So you can bank this.
That's a great observation from Fugo. He's just an extension of the
Ooh.
ace shot off the tee. Left him in a pretty interesting location.
Nice putt. Jazz, very good at
clean
this.
up. Yeah,
Just
very
try
nice
to
shot.
Ice putting.
break when it rolled past the hole.
This is probably the most aceable hole on the course.
Yeah.
You'll often see it go.
We saw Gus in the last match that is
bouncy.
recorded. He hit it 100 miles an hour, and that cube just slammed into that hole. It was
Yeah, every
crazy
once in a while
looking.
it'll
Yeah, it was
do
a good
the
one.
Electric slide and just
Yeah.
kind of sizzle.
Get
there's it
in.
right there. Oh, that looks good. Mm.
Get in.
Oh, almost.
Oh.
That pace was on.
Close-ish.
That was close. But, you know, the ace is generally a bonus on this hole. I think they'll all be okay with the 2, just moving on. Now, hole 16, this is where you might see some kind of wild variation of scores. I almost got it yesterday, Jen. I hit a perfect shot. It just didn't hop.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
looked for it.
Fugo going for that layup to see if it gives him a line. He is good to go. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a very smart
Excellent.
shot from Fugo. We saw a similar shot from
Felix going for the
from him
wild
yesterday.
100-mile-an-hour shot.
Oh, sorry, Indy
Wasn't
did a
too
shot like
wild.
that. The shot that Felix
Oh,
just did.
look at
And that's the
this.
shot.
Beautiful.
That's the shot that is a great shot. That's the shot you want to go for. If you're going for the ace, though,
Yeah.
as this is a unicorn hole, you have to hit it 100 miles an hour. The same exact shot.
That was textbook perfection. Doesn't surprise me from Felix. So impressive.
No, Jazz with a similar shot. It's gonna leave him in a tough
Yeah,
spot,
it's
though.
it's
Kinda
hard to
against
clear
hole.
that and make that green. That's awesome.
The only problem with where Felix is he has a decision to make because I don't think that ball is gonna hop.
He may not have enough
I think
green. Yeah, that's a good
Doesn't have
point.
enough runway. Smart shot for Fugo. Puts it against the wall to leave himself.
Yeah, this turns
Possibly a
from
line?
this turns from left
Right
to
to
right.
left. That one goes right to
Uh,
left.
The match I watched earlier, it was curving to the right really bad.
Really, I think it depends
Yeah.
on where you are.
Maybe it's where you
Um,
are.
I've
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Seeing that putt go right to left, but it depends where you are.
Yeah.
Felix is going to go for the M&M shot here. Fugo actually showed me this shot. It's going to bank off 1, 2, and make a little M shape, but
Oh.
he cut it a little bit too acute on that angle.
Yeah, I think
we'll
you're right.
keep
It
the-
goes. They putted right because it pushes left. Is that right? God, I don't even know. We'll see.
It's very hard to keep track of all of them, but I think there's a
Mhm.
couple putts that you want to
You need to
remember,
aim
and
to
this
the
putt
right.
is definitely right to left because we've all been facing
Yeah,
this
it
one
pushes
before.
it from right to left. Yes. So you got to aim to the
You see a
right.
slight
and
curve there.
yeah.
Sure.
It's a Masters-esque putt, you know. If Fugo hits that
Yes.
shot, he could put on the green jacket because that is a Masters-esque
Yeah.
putt. Of course, you'd have to take the green jacket off Meadham's back, but you know, that's a whole different story.
Ooh, got some hop on that.
Excellent pace.
He got some pop, didn't get the
It's
drop,
fun.
but it was a great effort. Jazz is in an awkward angle. He's going to take a.
Oh,
I wouldn't have taken
no.
that risk of a line because that's not doing himself any favors. Good birdie for Fugo. Another one of those holes. You get out of here with a 4. You're usually not too angry with that.
Yeah.
Nice cleanup as well from Felix.
Let's see if he can
See,
save par.
This is a weird spot, right? Though, see, I don't know if this ball. That's still going right to
Ooh.
left. Yeah, it goes
He
right to
turned
left
a
on this side of
lot.
the ice.
Wow.
Bogey there for Jazz. Gonna
Yeah,
knock
that
him
was
down
the
that
the
seven.
coconut. That was the coconut right there.
That was a coconut.
Because they had all held on to them.
Just right of that dot, the right pace is what you're looking for. Perfect shot. But no, it's just a bit too saucy. And that's a tough spot to recover from. Right as that laser gets to you, I think Felix was a little bit too far left on that shot.
He is safe from the freezer.
Yeah, but even if you're safe, that's not where you want to be. Even as a ball, it's a tough spot to get out of.
Now this hole here is considered the most difficult. Or
Well,
riskiest.
yeah, I mean, it's,
or I don't know, it's
I don't know.
I'm not sure how that they're saying this is the hardest hole basically based on tournament play and how
This may be the
players
easiest
did.
hole in my opinion. It's a par 4. You can get a 2 or 3. I mean, I would not say the easiest hole, but it doesn't seem like the hardest. And this one's been aced before, and it can be aced pretty consistently, so. Felix is going to have to time these lasers and hit a perfect shot. Which he
Oh, there
does
we
both
go.
shots. And nobody should be surprised that he was able to almost hit that.
Actually, I think last hole is the hardest hole, but 17. This one's
Last
right up
hole.
there with it. It's right up there with it. It's hard to see that.
Yeah, from a
they're
scoring standpoint, I'm not sure.
identical.
Because the last hole is a par 5. I
Yeah.
think it's a fair party. But
Nice.
a lot can go wrong on the last hole, and it's not easily predicted. So maybe the last hole, I would use that argument as the most
Yeah.
difficult hole, sure. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. 18 is actually the most difficult. This
Well, that
one
doesn't
in
make
16.
any sense to me.
I don't know. I don't
18's,
know.
What a shot.
I mean, 18 for a pro player, I'd say is a relatively easy 2, you know? You don't see
I would
ace
say-
very often because nobody's
yeah.
going for the ace, except for me. I'm crazy enough to go for it, but most
I think
people
16 feels the hardest, honestly. Oh man.
Aren't. Yeah, 16 would be my pick on this course. Yeah, and you expect all the players to take the slow ride, take it easy.
Yeah, let's see if they
And
can
this
miss
might
all
be
of
a little
the.
bit too slow. That was kind of a
Get
slow
on, get-
pace.
Oh, he got frozen.
He got frozen. Yeah, he's a little bit too soft on that. Not by much though.
Felix and Fugo at 14 under.
This is a little bit better of a pace, but also a bit too.
Yep, missed it. Got
Oh,
it.
got it. Squeaked by there.
He's gonna get his eagle probably. Now, what's the timing here? What are you waiting for that laser to be doing?
Fugo actually taught me this shot, so I know he knows it. Right when the laser's coming back towards you is when you swing.
You hit it. Nice.
Yeah.
Easy enough to
Yeah, and
remember.
he hit a perfect pace on that.
Good
It's
shot.
actually going to leave him with a nice.
Yeah,
easy,
he's gonna
easy
hopefully pick up a
shot.
couple of strokes here.
Bad 4s
Yeah.
on my cards on both courses. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Fugo, nothing to be disappointed with. He's having a great
No.
couple of rounds here. You know, if he can get this one in there, yeah, I'll put him at 16 under, which would put him at 39 overall. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Same with
Oh,
Felix
Felix
would
has gone backwards.
be 38. No, he's going backwards. So.
Definitely the most difficult hole to film. Lots of flying around. Okay, yeah. 18
in there,
usually is.
ball.
They're very, a little more complicated holes.
Yeah, when I took that swing for it yesterday, I didn't come that close, but I didn't know it was a unicorn. Had I known this was a unicorn, I probably would have practiced that ace shot. 'Cause I've
Oh.
hit this ace in gameplay before. It'd definitely be aced.
Get
Get
in.
in.
Get
Nice.
in.
Yeah,
There
You
we
see it
go.
From Felix there. I mean, that ball gets a
Excellent. That
nice
is par.
rattle into,
Way to save,
into the hole.
way to save a coconut, Felix.
Yeah, he did just there.
Oh, wow. Incredible save.
playing
by
Yeah.
Coconut.
Yeah, you too, guys. Let me get a couple photos.
Yeah, Fugo.
Ah, just a couple bad 4s. A couple of 4 on 5 and a 4 on 17 did me in for this week.
Fugo's a great score, 39, just
Oh, he
outside
did
the
great.
top 10 as it sits, but
Yeah.
incredible showing.
All right. Well, that is going to be the end of week 2, and we'll wait for all the scores to come in and see how everybody stacks up. And our next stream will be Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern. Barracudas Direwolves playing Worst Ball CGA. You won't want to miss it. Thank you, Karma, for coming in and helping to commentate. And
Thank you, Jen.
appreciate Fugo and
I cannot
Jazz.
wait for that
Felix.
Barracuda match
That's
against the
right.
Wolves
Thank you,
on
guys.
Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks for letting us
thank you.
watch.
Appreciate
Anybody want to post photos? Anybody? Going once?
it.
Going twice.
I could do it.
We know.
If you want.
All right, we'll
I
see
got it.
y'all soon.
All right.